Hello everyone, I'm Rashmi Mangla. I'm working as an assistant professor for the BBA department of St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management. The subject that I'll be teaching today is e-commerce. This is our 12th lecture of e-commerce. The topics that we'll be covering today are electronic payment system, benefits of using an e-payment system, disadvantages of online payments, process of e-payment system, and mechanism of making e-payments. So let's begin. Now, electronic payment system, or which we call as e-payment system. See, we all are very familiar with it because this is the common thing that every one of us is using. Most of us, we have used our debit cards or credit cards to make online payments. We are very familiar with that. Whenever we make any online purchases, and if we prepay them, if it is not a cash on delivery, so how do we pay them? Maybe via credit card, via debit card, or maybe via Paytm, Phone Pay. So all these are electronic payment systems. Now let's see in detail. E-payment system is a way of making transactions or paying for goods and services through an electronic medium without the use of check or cash. It's also called an electronic payment system or online payment system. As the world advances more on technology development, a lot of electronic payment systems and payment processing devices have been developed to increase, improve, and provide secure e-payment transactions while decreasing the percentage of check and cash transaction. So basically what has been done is the cash transactions and check transactions, they have been reduced with the advancement of new technologies. And as and when this electronic payment system, as and when it has become very commonly used, so the check payments or the cash payments, they have gradually reduced. Now we'll see some of the benefits of using an e-payment system. Now e-commerce websites, they use an e-payment system to make it easier and more convenient to pay for the customers. So it comes along with various benefits. Let's see them one by one. First one is more effective and efficient transactions. Now, it's because that these are made just in minutes, that is maybe within a click also, without wasting customers' time. So, electronic payment, they don't waste much time. At times what happens is, suppose if you go to a shop, you've purchased an item, let's say for 215 rupees, and if you hand over a 500 rupee note to the shopkeeper, so it takes time for him to, maybe at times he's not having the change, he'll run away for getting the change and things like that. So all those things can be avoided because it is very quick and effective. Then today it's easy to add payments to the website. So even a non-technical person may implement it in minutes and start processing online payments. Now adding the payments to the website, it has become very easier. So even if you are not very tech savvy, even if you are a very non-technical person, so you can also learn it in minutes. Then payment gateways and payment providers offer highly effective security and anti-fraud tools to make transactions reliable. Now various payment gateways and payment providers are there, who give us full security and our transactions are secure, so that no fraud can be caused. And there are many anti-fraud tools which they have, which they have within their payment systems, so that our transactions are reliable and they can be safe. Now let's see, these were the benefits of using e-payment system. Let's see the disadvantages of online payments. Now online payments, they have certain, apart from the benefits, they have several disadvantages also. For example, first one is service fees. Now payment gateways and third party payment processors, they at times charge service fees, which is, what happens is, you have to, apart from the money that you are paying, like maybe you filled up a form, apart from the money that you are paying, the excess fees that you are paying, so that is an additional payment fee. So that is a disadvantage. Secondly, it is inconvenient for offline sales. If you are, making the sales offline, so this method of paying is little inconvenient at times. Then vulnerability to cyber criminals. If your payment methods, they are not very secure, so cyber criminals, they can disable the online payment methods or they can exploit them to steal people's money or information also. Then reliance on telecommunication infrastructure. Now internet and server problems, they can disable online payment methods. So if your internet is not proper, so your payment methods can be disabled. Then technical problems. Again, now various technical problems at times they arise while making the online payment methods, and those technical problems then they take more of your time. So it becomes a disadvantage that due to technical problems this is not very smooth. The payment method is not very smooth at times. So these were the few advantages and disadvantages. Now let's see the process of e-payment system. Now the process of e-payment system, it involves 5 steps. Let's see them one by one. Step 1. Now firstly, to get into an e-payment system, to do an e-payment system, the buyer submits a payment request. When you've bought something, so you are the buyer. The buyer, what will he do is he will submit a payment request through maybe his or her cell phone or computer or mobile payment processor. Then step 2, the server provider routes the data via a secure connection to the buyer's bank or credit card company. So your data, it is routed via secure connection to the buyer's bank or maybe to a credit card company. Thirdly, the buyer's bank either approves, he might approve or he might decline the transaction based on the buyer's available funds or credit. And if approved, the transaction is routed back to the payment provider to be processed. So in case your transaction is approved, then it is again routed back to the payment provider so that further processing can be done. Then next step 4. Now in step 4 what we do is the payment provider, he has to store the transaction and he has to send a record to both the seller and the buyer. So the transaction is stored and a record is sent to both seller and buyer. At last, that is in step 5, the goods or services, they are sent to the buyer and the buyer's bank sends the funds to the seller. So ultimately in the last step, the amount is sent to the seller and the buyer gets the goods or services. So this is the whole process of e-payment system that we use. Now we'll see the mechanism of making payment through the internet. Let's see it. First one. Now we all know that there are various e-commerce sites and they all use which kind of payment method? They use electronic payment method. And this electronic payment, it means paperless monetary transactions. So electronic payment, it has revolutionized the business processing and it has reduced the paperwork and transaction cost and the labor cost also. So to make these payments, we use different kind of modes. And the common ones that we use are credit card, debit card, smart card, e-money or electronic fund transfer. That is, we call it EFT. Now let's see them in detail one by one. The first mode of electronic payment is credit card. Now payment using credit card is one of the most common mode of electronic payment. Credit card, as we all know, it is a small plastic card. It has a unique number attached with an account. It has also a magnetic strip embedded in it which is used to read credit card via card readers. And when a customer purchases a product by using a credit card, so credit card issuer bank pays on behalf of the customer. The bank pays on behalf of the customer and customer has a certain time period. He has a certain time period after which he can pay the credit card bill. And it is usually credit card monthly payment cycle. Then the next mode of payment is debit card. Now debit card is also like credit card. It is a small plastic card which has a unique number mapped with the bank account number. And it is required to have a bank account before getting a debit card from the bank. Before you get a debit card from the bank, it is important you have a bank account. Without bank account, you cannot get the debit card. And the major difference between a debit card and a credit card, it is that in case of payment through debit card, the amount it gets deducted from the card's bank account, the bank account with which your card is linked. From that, the amount is deducted immediately, and after that the remaining balance is left. So there should be sufficient balance in the account. And until and unless, suppose you're purchasing an item for 5,000 rupees using a debit card, so in your account you should have minimum 5,000 rupees in order to make the transaction. If you would be having less amounts, you cannot make the transaction with a debit card. So in order to make a transaction with a debit card, you should have sufficient balance in your account for the transaction to get completed. Whereas in case of credit card, there is no such compulsion, because you have a certain limit fixed by the bank. So it is the bank who's paying on your behalf, and you have to pay the monthly bill for it. Then the next mode of payment that we use is smart card. Now smart card is again similar to a credit card or a debit card in appearance. It appears to be similar to that, but it has a small microprocessor chip embedded in it. It has the capacity to store a customer's work related or personal information. It can store the personal information also. And smart cards are also used to store money, and the amount gets deducted after every transaction. So whenever you make any transaction using the smart card, your amount gets deducted. And these cards, they can be only accessed using a PIN that every customer is assigned with. Every customer is assigned with a specific PIN, and with that PIN only they can have an access to the smart card. Then the next method of payment that we use is e-money. Now e-money transactions refer to situation where payment is done over the network, and the amount gets transferred from one financial body to another financial body without any involvement of a middleman. So there is no middleman in between. Directly the amount, it gets transferred from one financial body to the other. And e-money transactions, they are faster also, they're convenient, and they save a lot of time. Online payments done via credit card, debit card or smart card, they are examples of e-money transactions. Then last one is electronic fund transfer. Now it is a very popular electronic payment method to transfer money from one bank account to another bank account. As if, for example, you would have seen, if you have any, you have an account in any of the banks, and if you have the net banking on for that account or the online banking on, so directly you can transfer the money from one account to the other by entering the details of the other person. So accounts, the account can be in the same bank also in which you are sending the money, or it can be of different banks also. Fund transfer can be done using ATM, that is automated teller machines, or using a computer. And nowadays, internet based EFT is getting popular, and in this case a customer uses the website. As I told you that we have certain banks, they have online banking platform, or they have their own website. So we can log into the bank's website, we can register another bank account, and then we can place a request to transfer certain amount to that account. And you can even create beneficiaries. If you have the online payment system with your bank, you can create beneficiaries, so that again and again you don't have to enter the detail. So you can save the details for further transactions in case you have to, you constantly have to make transactions to certain people. So you can create them as beneficiaries. So these were all the modes of making the electronic payments. Let's see the questions for today's concept, children. What is e-payment system? What are the advantages and disadvantages of using an e-payment system? What are the modes of electronic payment? Explain the process of e-payment system. Stay tuned for upcoming lectures. Thank you.